So, JB Cycles here with a weekly update on September the 29th. A bit early on this weekend. So, my 4-week cycle has made a low and the market seems to be making a low. And we see the S&P did exactly what I drew here last week. So now we are in the phase where my 4-week cycle tends to produce a pop-up in the market. So that should happen early this coming week, and the cycle is bullish for all of this coming week. So the most obvious scenario here is we have finished a big ABC correction in a bull market, and we should continue the uptrend. So let's see if we can find evidence to back this up, or perhaps we could find other scenarios as well. Here I have my wavelets in the daily data, and I'm looking at my yellow wavelet that corresponds with the 2-week oscillation, and the wavelet is turning up. But you know, if we do not see a pop-up here, or we could see a little bit more upside here, but in a couple of days time could be running out for bulls, and this could turn out to be a bear flag, and we could turn down to another 2-week oscillation low, and that would take out the potential of this purple wavelet. That suggests it may be a bit too early still for a low. So, you know, the low could be still a week or two ahead. That's possible. But I would say this looks like a finished ABC correction. So we have this trend channel. We are at support, and in a bull market that support should hold. So in the bigger picture we have the logarithmic scale. We see we have touched this longer trend line. That's interesting. You know, if we were to break that, that would be interesting and fun. I cannot hide that I'm kind of a perma bear here, but the bear is on hold here because now we're in the bull market, so we have to forget about being bearish and wait. We should wait another year before we should turn bearish. And I think there is a bigger 28-year cycle in the S&P, and the previous top in the year 2000 was a bit of a bullish right translated cycle, and I think the next major top will not be in 2028, but perhaps in next year, 2024 or early 2025. So anyway, it would be fun if we get some kind of a bearish surprise here, but odds favor the upside here in my opinion. So we have some cycles. I've been following these 3 short-term cycles, and they are all pointing up now. The composite is going up, but the market has still not shown a reaction to the upside. So it's a bit late low, but still that's fine. We could or should turn up here into a top. The next top would be in November. And we have a couple of a bit longer cycles. These cycles in calendar days, and the composite of these 4 cycles has a top around New Year. And we see the composite is bullish from here on into New Year. So we have several cycles being bullish for the next months, weeks, and this coming week. So what else? The hourly data. This is for Dow Jones Industrial, and we had a bit. This 2-week oscillation was a bit stretched out. We had a late low here, and I speculated last weekend if actually this was such a oscillation low, and here we had a very bearish left translated oscillation, and it looks more and more like it. But time is running out here. We only have about 2 days left, and we're starting to see a bottom formation here, unless we get some kind of a washout early next week. And we are getting quite oversold here. Still potential for a bit more downside, but we are at oversold levels that tells us we are very close to some kind of a low. You know, if you look back, there could be a bottoming process here that we are in here. So we're coming from a steep drop, and you would expect some kind of a bottom formation before we start to rally here. In longer term Dow Jones, actually we have broken this longer trend line, so that's a warning sign. And we have the seasonal variation. Here I drew a scenario in the summer. It didn't play out, but we kind of got a similar formation just a bit later than expected. Anyway, the seasonal variation has a low around October the 10th. There's a mystical tendency for S&P making lows around October the 10th. Actually, this seasonal average has even a lower low late in October, but I think around October the 10th is the most favorable low in this seasonal variation. So at this point we see the seasonal variation points down, hard down this coming week or 10 days. So I think that was all my charts. Yeah. So summing up, this would still be kind of my main scenario, but we have to watch out for this being another shoulder bear flag, and we do not see a real pop-up in my 4-week cycle, but actually we could then do something like that. And then we have the big question, if we do that, we will have a big question: is it a false break, a bear trap, and then we rally, or maybe we bounce and this line is then resistance and then we get another washout? Well, I don't see the odds favor any kind of a bearish scenario here, but this could be a double low or a marginal lower low. If we do not see this pop and rally, then we could need a little bit more time for some kind of a bottoming formation, marginally lower low, but I don't see anything very bearish here happen. But the bear in me would love to see some kind of a crazy washout or crash here. But well, we'll see. See you on the next one.